Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Games Dev London chat. And I'm your host, Lorraine Ansell, and today we are joined by Claire Sharkey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Double
So,
waves. Hi.
hello, double waves, hand waves. So, Claire is an award winning marketing and comms lead and has worked on some BAFTA nominated games. She is currently head of comms and PR at Modern Wolf, working on games such as Murder by Numbers. If you've played it, go have a play, it's really good. And other games in the pack. Did you see what I did there?
Ooh.
I know. Include Cosmocrats, Skeleton Crew, am I right with that? And
Yeah.
today she joins me to talk all about her favourite game things. So welcome, Claire.
Ooh.
How are you doing?
Hello. I'm actually again.
I
What
was
am
just
I
saying, how
doing?
are you? How are
I'm
you?
all right. I'm fine. I'm not flustered. Everything's going smoothly. I'm all right. Yeah. I was just going to say I'm not sure like what the best attire is for these sort of things. I've gone with the one that hides my hair sins. So I hope that's okay.
No, that works for me. I am also much the same attire, and I shall wear this forevermore now. This is a capsule wardrobe, basically, which is one outfit
Oh,
forever.
that's
Right.
me. I just switched the hat out to another one that I got from Primark that I put like a cheap patch on. So I switch it up. Yeah.
Fabulous. So, what games object do you have for us today?
Well, so I was trying to think like I wanted to. I have lots of like different sort of figures and things. I have like a Mako that I got in like a loot crate ages ago from Mass Effect 3, and there are a couple of Pop Funkos about, even though Pop Funkos have gone a bit mad lately. But I was trying to think what's something I can actually chat about that has some sort of meaning. So, my items for today are the only big box game on PC I still have, which is Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
Oh,
Um, so there's that. And then I brought another one as well. So this is like representative of what I think was like the last good era of, collectible editions of games and the sort of stuff you would get and the value for money. So I think this is Assassin's Creed 2, or it might be Brotherhood. So this was like a special edition that came out for that. So it was all very, Assassin's Creedy, and then you
yeah.
would open it up, and it still has all like the content inside. So, you've got like a special sort of old school diary, like Leonardo da Vinci would have wrote in. There was cards. I'm not sure what the point of the cards were. There was DVDs, there was maps, and everything like that. So those are my two showcase
Wow.
items.
Well,
So
I'm a bit well gel over here now. God, that's lovely. That's
mm,
very nice.
I don't
Wow.
have that much really when you think about it in terms of I think I have some old Game Boy games that I've kept, but back in the day, you never thought to keep packaging and all that sort of stuff.
No, never.
And now
Absolutely.
it's big money, so
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So
And it and now belongs in a museum. Actually, some of the stuff
oh
that
yeah, some of it belongs in a museum. Yeah, so yeah.
but yeah, I thought it'd be fun to have a chat. And so what are you currently working on? What does a comms lead do for a games company?
Okay. So yeah, I'm with Modern Wolf, and we're going into like our second year now, and we're a publisher, and we primarily focus on strategy simulation games and that sort of genre. But we also have some games that don't necessarily fit into that genre or what you would assume of that, because at the time when Modern Wolf was launching and we were picking games, we also happened to work with some games that just like spoke to like us. That sounds like a cheesy sentence, but we have games like Cosmocrats, and Cosmocrats is this sort of like funny, I call it as like a space soap opera. You've got like zany characters. It's all about, space communism, a lot of comedy. It's a bit like Tetris in space, a lot of puzzle, sort of putting sort of dynamic pieces together to create space stations. So there's a lot of humor in it, and naturally that doesn't fit into exactly strategy simulation games, but it was a game that we just like thought was right, and we all enjoyed. And so that was one of our recent games that came out just before Christmas. We've released 4 games now, and we've 2 more coming out in the next few months. And then we have at least 2 games we've not revealed yet, but we'll be revealing them at different events throughout the year. So yeah, it's non-stop really with those sort of games. But we work with great indie devs, and they're all across the world. You know, they're Togi Productions, who have Cafe Story and a lot of other great games. We work with them on the first game that we released, which was Necronator Dead Wrong. So yeah, so my job, so I head comms and PR, and I support marketing, and my job is to basically, yeah, sell the game, promote the game, build communities for the game, build communities for the Modern Wolf brand, basically like represent, practice what we preach and what our ethoses are as well. One of the things is Modern Wolf is very much anti-crunch for devs. We want the devs to be able to just focus on making the games. That's the most important thing. So our job is to alleviate all the stresses that come with marketing and promoting the game and everything to do with that. And we do it in alignment with them. It's very much there's not much separation. We chat to all the devs every day on Slack. We like help each other out. It's very what's the word, symbiotic, which makes me think of Venom from Spider-Man, but it's a bit friendlier than that. So yeah, so that's me. I run all the community and social media stuff. I'm currently hiring a community manager
Oh,
that will be like a great asset, a great like help for us and for all the games that we work on. And yeah, it's just yeah, every day just like doing the best for the devs and then preparing for the next thing as well. So
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it is a full-time job and skill and discipline. So,
Mm,
it and like you said, it does take the pressure and away. And this is your forte. This is really your strength. And
mm.
I know you've done some amazing work for a
Oh,
lot of the games companies out there. So, woo.
that's very kind.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, it's true. So, and we'll come back to that point about you are actively recruiting, looking and scouting out there for somebody. But let's go
Help
back.
me.
Let's go back to that Indiana Jones package because
All right.
there's a bit. When did you get this, and how did it come about? Did you just, you know, when it came out, you
Okay.
bought it, or were you actively looking for it?
Yeah, so it's kind of I was about to say really exciting story, but I think that's hyping it up too much. So I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones and like been gaming all my life. But when I was like a kid, um, whatever like PC we had in the house, it just wasn't like I didn't have like the best graphics card. I didn't have anything like hardcore like that. So the only sort of games I could play for like a period of being like I don't know 6 to 11 years old or whatever were like demos. So like I would get demos on magazines that came out with CDs had the demos, so I'd play some demos and everything. And then we got a new PC, and I was like, oh, I can buy full games now, so exciting. And I went to a PC shop somewhere in my hometown, and I saw this game, and I was so excited, and I bought it, and I brought it home, and I installed it. Everything seemed great, and then
How
once I
long did it
loaded the
take to
game,
install? How long?
I don't remember how long it took to install it. The fact that it installed got me excited, but when I went to play it, it wouldn't load. The graphics card or something just wasn't like for it. That it wasn't meant to be. So this game just wouldn't work.
Oh no.
So I took it back and I returned it, and instead I got also a big box version of Age of Empires 2, which ran with no problems. Love that game, one of my favorite games of all time. So it was kind of had a happy ending. But then years later, when I got a better PC for myself and started working, etc., I got a few sort of PC games or games that I was interested in. And then I saw this one, I think I saw it on eBay, and yeah, I just bought it on eBay. So yeah, that's kind of the story of that. It was one I wanted as a kid. It wouldn't run on whatever I had. Years later, grown woman saw it, picked it up, and yeah, it's the only big box game I have.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in big box games. I'd love to have a collection, but they're quite sought after.
Mm.
You need space, you need the money for it, and I feel like it's one of those things that if you're going to start collecting, you either are content with collecting just the titles you want, or you have to get everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about it that much, but I really like watching like YouTube videos where people show off their big box collections. And yeah, this is it. This is the only one I have.
Yeah. If we
So
knew,
yeah.
if only we had known back then, because I remember I had the collection of Carmen San Diego games. Again,
Mm,
they came with an almanac, they came with a dictionary, and you would have to install them.
manuals,
Yeah,
like yeah,
manuals, yeah, proper
everything
everything, and
proper.
I don't even know. Then definitely, well, they've been lost in the ether.
Yeah,
I don't know. And I see them on eBay, and I'm like,
if only.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to play them anymore because long rest in peace all of those diskettes and floppy disks and all that sort of.
Yeah, well, even so, this is the PC that I'm working on because I'm in Ireland currently due to lockdown. The PC that I'm working on, it's like a new PC, but it doesn't have a CD-ROM drive because apparently we just don't need them anymore. They're obsolete. So I do have like a USB CD-ROM drive. If I was that desperate to play this right now, I could do it like that. But it's a bit like I didn't realize that we had opted out of CD-ROM drives in PCs. But yeah, I haven't played this recently. My backlog is a bit too big to be worrying about it right now. I have other games to get through. So yeah. So
So what's
that's yeah.
what are you playing at the moment that has really caught your eye and caught your attention?